Hello everybody and welcome back. So in today's video we are in the bottom car shed. So we've got the car shed here where the calves are currently, which hopefully you saw a video on. So we've got 3 calves there and there's 6 calves in that pen. But then we've got another calf shed here which is in need of mucking out. So we moved the calves out of this shed about, I'd say 4 weeks ago at least. But we've had a lot on. We were silaging at the time. It was a sort of a damp day where we were off silaging. It was a Sunday. We got rained off silaging, so we weren't silaging that day. But then we were silaging after that, and then after that we've been putting fertiliser on, we've been spreading slurry. We had a fella yesterday, foot trimming, so it's been left behind. So we've only just got round to now. We're going to muck the shed out. So it's in need of doing. So first off, the hay rack here just needs moving. So we need to strip the shed down. So we have to muck this shed out. Hay rack. We have to muck this shed out with the Kramer. Now you don't see many videos, my YouTube videos, mainly because it doesn't get used very much. The only time it really gets used is to get in this shed, because that doorway is not high enough for the JCB to get in. That is the only reason we've kept that machine, really. But I mean, we could muck it out by hand, but that's a hell of a job. So this is the machine we had before the JCB. So if I'd started YouTube a bit before, or some of my really old videos on YouTube, I actually got this in because we used to use this more. Then we got the JCB and then it became redundant. But it is very old. I think it's like late 1980s or early 90s. So it's like 35-year-old plus. But yeah, it has to muck this shed out. That is its one and only job, really. My milk bar here. Well, it's washing at some point. But yeah, we'll just strip the shed down and then we're going to muck it out. Hopefully, if all goes to plan. But first off, we need to get these troughs out of here. So we're also going to give this shed a bit of a rest. We're not going to put calves in here straight away. We're going to muck it out, chuck some lime down and whatever, try and disinfect it a little bit, and then keep calves out of here for as long as possible, just to give it a rest. Because it's had all calves in all last winter, and it deserves to have a bit of a rest. So we'll do that, and hopefully, yeah, I'll video mucking it out. we've got one trailer load of muck out. I think there'll only be about 2 or 3 loads tops. Yeah, so probably only one more load after this, maybe 2. But yeah, that's all we're on with. The muck's about nearly half the shed out, so yeah, better off getting it out while we can.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we.
Right, so we have mucked the shed out. So this is the calf shed, so we've mucked this out. 390 there on the trailer, JCB and crane. Yeah, so we've done that. We'll catch up tomorrow when we do the loose box and the hay barn. So, welcome back everybody. And in today's video, we're going to muck this out. So this is a carving pen. So we keep cows in here that have just calved. We have this shed and that shed there. Now we've only got 3 new calf ones at the minute, so we've pulled them all out of here and put them in there, and we're gonna muck this out. So first off, I want JCB and grab, and then we want the tractor and trailer. Right, so we've got the grab on the JCB, trailer on the 390T. Just need to cut that. Open that round. And we'll have a bash at it now. Going in the trailer. piled up there. We've got a cleaned area here. It's just easier for grabbing when it's all heaped up. We've heaped it up there. So this shed hasn't been mucked out since before lambing. So what happens is we muck it out. My brother lambs his sheep in here, beginning of March. And then there weren't much muck, if that makes sense. So we just bedded it up and then used it for calving cows. So there's about 3 months worth of muck in here, which is quite a lot really. In the winter we try and muck it out normally every 6 weeks. But anyway, we've got a good area cleaned here. It's easy grabbing now. We've just got to get that ring feeder out. And this is load number 3. So I'm thinking of at least another 6 load, I reckon, out of here. But there's floor level there is lower than that shed, so it's a bit difficult getting in and out. But it'll want altering at some point, but just for the time being, it's alright. We might do. Hello everybody and welcome back. So hopefully you've seen what the car shed out, the hay barn out. That was over a week ago. What we're doing today is I'm mucking the loose box out. So this is where we've put calving cows. So we've got the hay barn and this shed for calving cows. So in the winter what we generally do is, if you don't already follow my channel or watch previous videos, we put the calving cows, anything that's going to calve, in the hay barn. Then once they've calved, we put them in here. So they calve in there and then come in here for a few days. And then after a few days, we start to milk the cow. Unless there's a problem, of course. But in the summer, we space them out a bit more so they're not a bit on top of one another. And we use both of them for put calf cows in, because we normally let them calve in the field and then bring them back when they've had the calf. But what we're on with today is we're going to muck this out. So we've already took a bit of muck out of this shed yesterday. So I just started it yesterday afternoon. Where I put a ring feeder across the door here and then put a round bale here where the JCB is. So yesterday afternoon all I did was just tidied this bit up and got rid of a trailer load out of here already. So we'll get this mucked out now, and then we're not going to put cows back in here straight away, so we're going to leave it and give it a rest, because that does do sheds good just to leave them empty with no animals in, because all the bacteria, all the bad bacteria die off because they've got no animals to live on. So that's what we're on with doing. So on the JCB and yeah, we'll get this shed mucked out. So we don't spread this muck now. What we'll do is we'll either, I'll just open this door so you can see. I mean, as you can and you can see, we've got bits germinating in here, and there's some mushrooms growing. That's because there's not been any animals in this shed for a week, or just over a week. When we muck the hay barn out, we put all the animals in here, and then vice versa. But that just shows how warm it's been, and it's a good growing year, because in the space of a week we've germinated a crop of wheat or barley there, and a crop of magic mushrooms. So what we do is we heap the muck up on the side of the yard, and then either back end, so like October, November, December time, we'll spread it on the pastures, or if we decide to reseed a field, we normally do, if we do a reseed, we'll do an autumn reseed, and we'll muck the field and then plough it in, if that makes sense. But we're up on very stony soil, very limestony soil, it's very gravelly, and we need the weather to be right to do that. If it comes a drought, so far it hasn't been a drought this summer, it's been very wet, but if we had a really dry summer, it would not be a very good idea to plough a field, because the soil underneath would be that dry it wouldn't germinate any seeds, and weeds will take over, and it's just a big no-no. So anyway, that's just what we do with the muck. So what we're on, we'll crack on now. Out of gear. all the muck that's built up since about beginning of March, middle of March. We've not spread any box muck since about beginning of March, but we spread everything we got, if that makes sense, then. So there wasn't anything for like probably a month or so, probably a couple of weeks, a month maybe. But that's what's built up. So we will be spreading that at some point. Not just yet, but like I say, either if we reseed the field, or if we decide not to reseed the field, we'll just put it on the pastures in the back end. Because it does do a lot of good, that, because you're basically putting organic matter back into the soil, and that's what feeds the worms. And worms, lots of worms equals good soil. So you can't beat a bit of organic matter going back on the land. Because artificial fertiliser, which we put on in them big white bags for the fertiliser spreader, hasn't got what that's got, and which is dry matter, which is, you know, organic matter that's going back into the soil. But for artificial fertiliser, you're just putting a chemical on the field to make it grow. So yeah, we'll crack on.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Right, so there we have it. We've done the shed. It's all mucked out. It's all nice and fresh. And we've got one last load of muck in the trailer, so I won't take that now. But it's going to be the end of the video. So we always put a bit of lime down if we can, and it just helps kill all the bacteria. So any nasty bugs or anything, lime kills everything really. It's like a powder disinfectant, or powder version of a disinfectant, so that'll help. That'll keep all the bugs at bay, and then hopefully keep cows out of here for a month or so, and then when we start getting strong on with some calving cows, we'll have to put them in here again. But if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe below. Thank you for watching.